Happy Friday, LHS. I'm Kimberly, and here's your Blue Devil News.
Law enforcement officials have arrested over 100 protesters at the Dakota Access Pipeline. The police arrested at least 141, according to Morton County Sheriff Public Information Officer Donald Huska. Supporters of the Standing Rock tribe had earlier set up tents and teepees on the land, which they said belonged to the tribe under the 19th century treaty. Around 200 others were pushed back around 2 miles to their encampment. It had taken the law enforcement around 6 hours to physically push the protesters back to their campsite. As the stand continued, police deployed bean bags around pepper sprayed gas and unleashed a high-pitched siren to disperse the crowd. Donald Trump's running mate, Mike Pence, plane skied off the runway on Thursday. He said he had certain for about 10 seconds. There were 48 people on the plane and no one was injured. After the plane came to a complete stop, Pence walked to the back to check on the press, and then was seen later talking to the emergency responders. A spokesman for Pence said that he had gone to his hotel for the evening, canceling his appearance at a closed-door fundraiser that had been scheduled. Stephanie, a spokeswoman for Donald Trump's campaign, said that the businessman called Pence shortly after the incident, adding that Trump is very glad everyone on board on the plane is safe.
In Syria, the Russian defense military called a ceasefire Saturday in order for rebel civilians and medical cases to evacuate Aleppo during daylight hours. But unfortunately, the ceasefire ended at 7 p.m. Thousands of families have tried to leave the eastern neighborhoods but were prevented by the rebels, who have opened fire to disperse them. The United Nations canceled plans for medical evacuations on the day of the start of the ceasefire due to security assurances. Apple announced yesterday a refreshed MacBook Pro lineup. The new Mac has a OLED touch panel that is located on top of the keyboard where the function keys would normally be placed. The new 14-inch MacBook will go for $1,800.
What's up, LHS? It's Dylan with the sports. Last night, Titans took on the Jaguars, and it seemed like everything went right for the Titans, winning 22-36. Tonight, Cubs host first World Series game in 71 years. They look to take the lead over the Indians. Wade made his first Chicago debut last night, and it couldn't have been better. He threw up 22 points in the win over the Celtics, 105-99. In college football, number 25 Virginia Tech took on unranked Pittsburgh and got a run for their money, only winning by 3 points. That's all from me, LHS. Have a nice day.
So when you're constructing an argument, what is the first thing that you need to make when you're writing your essay? Yes, Eric?
Thesis.
Your thesis, also known as?
Claim.
Yes. What's the second thing you are going to need? Yes.
Textual evidence.
Textual evidence. Good. And what does your textual evidence back up? Yes.
Your reasons.
Your reasons, also known as your
Support.
your supporting arguments. Good.
Today, we're going to teach y'all how to do a cartwheel.
Do cartwheel, you put whichever foot you want in front, put your hands up, and then you put both your hands on the ground, and then your feet follow.
That's all we have today, LHS. Have a great weekend.
Today we're going to show you how to change a tire. The first thing you're going to want to do is pop the hubcap cover off if you have one. Then you're going to want to loosen every lug nut while the tire is still on the ground. Next, you're going to want to jack up the vehicle. Next, you're going to loosen your lug nuts the rest of the way. Then you're going to remove your wheel. Now you're going to put your spare tire on. Start by finger tightening your lug nut. Next, you're going to take your wrench and tighten the lug nuts most of the way, making sure to do it in a star-like pattern. Then you're going to lower your vehicle. Next, you're going to want to tighten up your lug nuts the rest of the way while the tire's on the ground. Make sure to get them nice and snug. Make sure you double check all your lug nuts. Now put your hubcap back on. And that's how you change a tire.